Well, uh, this is quite interesting. We're going to travel down a new road now because Costco's solicitors, Praxis partners, have now threatened to commence proceedings against us for some of the movies I've put on YouTube. Well, reading their statement, I felt the only way I could proceed to account for my behavior is from the very beginning, really, because there is no other way to stop. Because you know, the thing is, I feel their opinion on what they think they have done and what had been done is two totally different things. They could imagine all they want on what they've done, but I still, the truth is the truth. I've got all the information of what actually happened and what has been done, so I will present it as it goes along. We would start from the very first solicitor that took on this case, which is, I think, is Miller Craig from Lloyd's. And he was on the bona fide members list of the Law Society. And one would have thought, if you were on the bona fide members list of the Law Society, what is that telling you? Basically, it's telling you, you've got a professional personal injury lawyer, or solicitor. And then, in other words, it means that, you have got no problems. He knows all the rules in the book, and he should know what he's doing. The thing is, I've collated all this information because I had taken the first solicitor to the Law Society, so I have all the Law Society's records but what you find with this particular movies that are coming along, I would be putting clips in because as things come about, like bills and whatnot, I have to put it down, otherwise I've got to go around hunting them all down again. So what I'll try to do is, post them as it comes along. And let me just try to do this one. I'll probably have to edit it a lot because this is the bill of Lloyd's when they came off the records to us. And if it looks at it right. Well, that they also try to use the failure of the authorities to prosecute them as a gain. But I do believe that you don't expect two people going through such horrific injuries to be worrying about judicial reviews on the decisions of the authority, where you'd have thought that they have all this information and they still couldn't come to a logical conclusion why these washing machines fell. So I think if somebody died, as far as I'm concerned, the authorities are a bunch of wankers. They can even sue me for that and all. Probably, if we have a politician in this country with bowls on, may tell me whether two people that are injured, their case is dragged on for coming on 5.5 years. At this later stage, how long, would we, can we still apply for a judicial review to look into, this behavior or lack of ability of the local authority? I will pause over there on what the first solicitor Roy's done for us. I have accountability of what they've done, and I can't put it on here because there's so much, a whole list of things. That's why it's on a link that you can go to, and I will link up and I will publish also, try to create another link of what I said, between the Law Society and I and my reasons, etc. And because I think the statement that Costco's solicitors Praxis partner made. I think they probably don't really understand the case, or too lazy to go through all the files, of what's been happening. Because for a start, this professional solicitor that is on the bona fide members list never saw their claimant, never had sight of him for a year after the accident, let alone get them any money. So if you can do without any food and any money for, 8 months. I mean, I think it was about 8 months. No, a year before he saw them. Yes. If you think we can do without any, help, and get involved with your solicitor for, a year. And I think they got something for us 8 months after the injury. They got 5,000, which they, as you saw the bill, I'll put the bill on for what they've took away from us. So you could say they didn't only took the interim payment that Costco done after 8 months of the accident. They even took more, because they charge us VAT on top of that 5,000. So there wasn't a penny. That you need to check back in your records to find out what's happened. Because you seem to have this false information that you tend to believe in, but it isn't there. Well, this is the movie that they're upset over. They got somebody assigned to probably keep an eye on my movie and all these extra, people on it. But to think that 8 months after the injury, before we saw Penny, they, God knows how they expect us to for me to make my way to hospital, pay £16 a day parking fee at the Royal London, and but it's boggling to think that they can find all this power machine to fight this little claimant, that is trying to view, the case that the horrible life they had to go through, trying to succumb his wife injured, come to terms with what's happened to them, but it just goes to show you, that when you're dealing with powerful people, they're very good in threatening you and coming down on you like a ton of brick. But when it comes to parting with a damn penny, it took 8 months to put their hands in their pockets to help us, and it took the solicitor a year to even look at us. Of course, Costco and I would not come out of this well. The only people that is going to gain from this are the solicitors, But there again, you thought a big company like Costco would have a machinery, a personnel that is brilliant, to be able to read in front of what is going to happen at the end of the day. But it shows you the human race even isn't as brilliant as you think they are. Food for thought, when you got a extremely experienced solicitor, Royds, that represent Miller Craig, is about my age or something around that. Yeah, might be a bit older than us. Why does a fully, bona fide member break all the rules in the book? What makes somebody go against everything that they have thought? There must be a motive. The food for thought is, what is the motive for someone to do something like this?